Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. I have been gone. I've been MIA. I have been so busy. On my last video, I think I had announced that I had opened an online store called Vault 28. And so that has been taking up a lot of my time, but I have wanted to create a better schedule here on my channel just so you guys can see me a little bit more often, uploading 2 videos a week. One video on Monday, one video on Friday, and bringing you those Friday favorites is going to be the Friday video. As far as my makeup, drugstore finds, and things that has kind of graced me throughout the week and gave me an impression. Also, I'm going to be bringing just some random videos here and there, only on Mondays and Fridays. It gives me a little bit more time because I am balancing so much with Vault 28 and my blog, and also brand sponsor campaigns, and also just being a mom, a wife, a teacher, and just all of those things encompassed into one umbrella. So I'm trying to balance a whole lot, and it is taking a lot of my time. And so also my husband just had surgery, and so it is taking up just a lot of time for us to kind of, you know, balance things out. But also he is going back to school. My boys are getting ready to go back to school in about a course of 13-14 days here where I am in Texas. And actually I don't go back until towards the end of the month, but I'm bringing you today just a very simple basic makeup look and some products that I'm using. And I also want to share with you in another separate video, I went to Ulta and kind of had a little haul of some things, some new things that I want to try, and also some things that I've already tried that are staples now in my makeup arsenal. So first thing we're going to start with is my primer. I'm using the Milani Prime Perfection, which I've actually liked this a lot. I just put a couple of little dots here. You don't need a lot, and I put a little bit on my nose to kind of blur out you know, my pores a little bit. And so I massage that in, and like I said, I've been so busy, and just with the online store and trying to, you know, make sure that I am, you know, getting things done and working in my classroom. I have to give some attention to that, and you know, you just bear with me. But I'm definitely gonna get this channel back on track because, you know, I don't want to lose you guys. I'm trying to get to my 100 subscribers, so I'm not that far away, so I don't want to lose you guys. But I've just been a very busy lady. I'm gonna come in with, you guys know how I love the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer, and I actually go in just a little bit on my eyes. I start with my eyes first. That's just my preference. You know, some people like to do their entire face before they do their eyes, and for me, I like to do my eyes first because there's fallout. And especially if you have, and this is damp, this is a beauty blender, especially if you have shadows that have a lot of fallout or kickback, and you can see, you know, the fallout on your cheeks or right here. I'm trying to not look so tired in this video, but I have just been so tired. And you know, just like I said, I went last week to go kind of get my classroom going and, you know, put the desk around and move some things. And so that's kind of been my, you know, my busy week, but I'm definitely getting there. I'm actually only going to use this very tiny palette right here. This is the Wet n Wild. It's called Not a Basic Peach, and I have a video where I'm going to show and share with you guys some very small palettes that have packing a lot of power in them, and they're drugstore palettes, and I feel as though they're kind of those hidden gems in the drugstore. And this is by Wet n Wild. Wet n Wild also came out with something recent where they have, I forgot the name, but I'll share that on another video. Wet n Wild has recently come out with some, you know, new colors. A lot of them are shimmery shades. It's the Zodiac, whole line of the Zodiac thing, you know, air, fire, water, stuff like that. And I'm a little bit curious about it, but I do want to share with you guys some small palettes that I use or that I have here at home that I feel as though that are worth the bucks, and they're very pretty, and I feel as though they pack a lot of power in those shadows. So I'm actually just going to use this very small palette. If you see the colors right here, They have some shimmery shades, a couple of shimmery shades, more matte shades. I am a matte shade girl. I love matte shades. And the thing I love about Wet n Wild is they give you instructions on where to put the colors if you're not very familiar with where to lay those colors down on your eyelids. So I'm actually going to go in with this color right here, this bone color that's at the very top. And I'm going to go in with this Sigma brush. Actually, this is Sonia Kashuk brush number 28. I'm just gonna go in. I'm actually using my mirror that's right here by me. I told you guys how I love this mirror, and it's just my thing. My husband bought this mirror for me around the holiday time, and I want to say it was like, here it is right here. I want to say it was like 16 bucks or so, and it has a light on it, and I'm in love because you guys know that anything that makes me feel like a queen, I'm all over it. So that's what my husband calls me, a queen, my queen, which is the most beautiful thing for me that I've ever heard. So but I'm going into my crease. I have a lot of lid space from what I've been told before, people who have done my makeup. I'm going into my crease right here, all over this lid, to kind of just set the lid up to make those matte shades kind of go over all over and not skip or not have any blotchiness in those matte shades. So the first color I'm going to go in is actually this color right here. It's kind of like a burnt brown like color, and I'm going to go into my crease with that color. And like I said, shades have a lot of kickback, and you know, they can have a lot of fallout. And so for me to do my eyeshadow first, because I can clean up everything that's around my face and not worry a whole lot about, you know, messing up foundation that I've already, you know, put onto my face. So I do my eyes first, and then I go in and clean up my face and do my foundation and all of that. And then I feel like I have a clean palette to work with. You know, I miss you guys. What are you guys doing? You guys have been busy. I know I've been busy. Very excited about Vault 28. It's my baby. It was born on July the 15th, and it's just been, you know, it's been going, and any good thing, it takes work. So I always remember that. Nothing, you know, good is going to happen overnight. I've always told my students, even my third graders, that there was a saying on my desk that said, you have to, in order to achieve success, you can't take the elevator, you have to take the stairs. So, and I tell them that so they understand that success is not always overnight, and it's not something that, you know, is going to happen overnight. You got to work at it, and that's what I'm doing. You know, my husband and I, we're working at building our business and being successful at it, and I'm pretty proud of us, you know, just how far we've come with building Vault 28. So it's definitely a work in progress. So here I'm actually going to go in with, this is another find that I want to say is one of my, I mentioned this in one of my favorite videos. It's the Color Tattoo by Maybelline, and it's one of those creamy shadows that I feel as though you can layer it under something, another eyeshadow, and it just will not move. I actually like to use this. I used it in this video where I was doing the how to have that summer glow, that dewy look, in this video right here, and this face look right here. So I used it there, and it was really nice. And so it's just one of those, I'm not gonna lay anything on top of this. I'm just actually gonna wear it just like this, and then I'm gonna go through with my brush and kind of do all the blend work for it. But it's a cream shadow. It's so gorgeous. I have it in the color, let's see, Barely Branded, number 70. It's kind of like a goldy color, but just beautiful. I mean, it is just very beautiful. I love it. And it is a color that I wear to school, and believe it or not, I do wear makeup to school. Some days, you know, I'll go barely with any makeup, but I'm trying to do better. And like I said, I'm building this channel, guys, and wanting to see more come out of it. I'm gonna go in back into my crease, I'm actually going to use one of my favorite brushes by Real Techniques. And this is actually a base shadow brush, and I love it because of the tip on it is really fluffy. And I'm actually going to go into this dark brown right here and just touch it lightly with that brush, and then go right here into just the corner and deepen up that corner a little bit. I'm not going all the way into my eye. Don't want to drag it all the way in, but I do want to touch that corner a little bit, if you can see what I'm doing here. So I'm just deepening up that crease just a little bit to add a little bit of dimension to that eye. And I wanted you guys just to see, you know, the versatility in using this small palette. There are some small palettes out there that Revlon has some gorgeous ones that pack a lot of power, and I feel as though they don't get the well-deserved attention that they should get. And you know, if a matte shadow kicks back too much, I'm not really a big fan, because I use a lot of matte shadows in my makeup. And I'm actually going to go back into this rusty brown right here and just kind of, you know, bring that back. If it got washed away a little bit, bring that back into my eye. I'm trying to not keep you guys on here for 20 minutes, but I'm gonna kind of bring in that rustiness back into this look a little. Okay, so I'm actually kind of just pulling off a look that I would do if I were going to school. It wouldn't take me as long to do the look, but I did want to share this with you just so you could see, you know, what I'm using, what I'm doing, and how easy you can pull off a lot of these looks, you know, just to go to work, or, you know, go on a date night, whatever kind of fits your fancy. Guys, I just had a birthday. I feel so old, like 41 years old. I mean, oh, that sounds old, but like they say, age is only a number, and I'm gonna just go with it. Okay, so you guys know I'm a fan of this Physicians Formula Healthy Foundation. It is in the color DN3, and they don't sell these colors everywhere. You kind of have to dig around. This is a drugstore foundation, and it's actually a really nice drugstore foundation. I'm actually done with this bottle. This is my, I'm just kind of digging in here just to get the rest out of here, just so I got my money's worth. So this is a drugstore foundation, and it is all that to me. And my skin is combination oily, and I find that it does hold really well on my skin, and it gives me, and I've used this in lots of videos. I've also used this in this picture right here, where I was going on Mother's Day to the beach for dinner and stuff like that, spending some time outside, and it was hot. And spending time outside with my kids, and this foundation just held up really well, like really well. And I can't rave about it enough because it's a really nice foundation. I'm actually going to go in using a Flat Kabuki F80 by Sigma, and I'm just going, I never really drag the brush across my skin just because I don't want to lose a lot of the product on the brush. So I just kind of, you know, dab the brush around where I've left the product. So and you don't need a lot unless you have problematic skin. I was looking, I went to Ulta today, and I was looking at different foundations and just how, you know, foundations play a big part in whether your skin is either going to be very oily or whether or not your skin is just going to, you know, do well with that foundation. And I just noticed that a lot of stick foundations don't do well with me because they're oily. My skin has a different reaction to them for being very oily. So I don't do well with a lot of stick foundations. And I really wanted to try one today that I saw that Makeup Revolution had put out, but I just wasn't gonna, I rubbed it on and I was like, ooh, this is so, like, has such an oily texture behind it. And I didn't think that my skin would hold up well with that. So I just didn't fool with it. So I'm gonna go in, this is my, kind of my little, it has a slant tip, and I go in right under my eye. I prefer to use these beauty blenders under my eye when I'm doing contouring, or actually when I'm kind of highlighting underneath my eye, I prefer to use these slant tips because I just think it gives a better look. So it's actually really, really nice. So you guys see I'm a fright because look at my hair. I mean, seriously. But this is very, 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 very nice. Very, very nice. So now I'm gonna go in and bake a little bit with the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer. I told you guys, I am gonna open up the world of drugstore products for you. And this is coming from somebody who has suffered from terrible acne, and who can, you know, find some products that can transfer over and not, you know, give you that face that makes you feel like, oh God, my face is like a pepperoni, or my face is, you know, like a bumpy pickle. I am a person who has suffered from acne for so long, and I would not leave the house, I promise. And I'm just gonna dab this here. And then I'm gonna put that down, and I'm going to go in with the oldie but goodie just to kind of contour a little bit. And this is by Anastasia. And so I'm gonna take my flat kabuki. You see what I'm going in right here? It's almost gone. I've hit pan on this. That's what, when I can tap right here, that means I've hit pan. And so I'm gonna put this right here. I'm kind of following that line on my ear right here. And I'm kind of contouring that a little bit just so I can bring some color to my cheeks, or kind of like I've been tanning a little bit. So you can see me adding, you know, a little bit of color to my cheeks. And I haven't took this away because I'm kind of baking that some. So I love this stuff. This palette was a gift actually from a student. This is one of the more high-end products. You'll notice that most of the high-end products, if I bring anything out, it is a gift and it has been bought for me. So I'm gonna go back in with this right below where I contoured. Doesn't need a whole lot. We know it's there. Okay. I'm actually okay with my eyes. I can always go a lot deeper on my eyes, but I'm actually okay with that just because I'm not, you know, glamming up. I'm just kind of going with an everyday look. It's something that I would put on versus just to go, you know, out, get lunch or something like that, or go shopping. Nothing fancy-mancy. Nothing like that. The next thing I'm gonna go in with is a little bit of liner, and I'm actually gonna go in, before I go in with the liner, this right here is amazing to me. This is the Milani Brow and Eye Highlighter, and this thing needs to be sharpened. I'm glad I bought me one today. But I just go right here under my brow, just to kind of lighten my brow up a little bit. That area under my eye, kind of highlight with this. You can use, you know, a color out of the palette, but I really like using that because it has a little sheen to it. But if I was gonna highlight, I would go in with this little color right here underneath my brow, and then that would be my highlight shade on my eye. But I went in with that bone with this, and I'll link all this stuff down below. Milani Brow and Highlighter, brow and eye highlighter. Oh, school teacher moment. Tongue twisted. I'm using the Luminous Lift, and I need to sharpen it. And on this side, I actually line my eyes with the cream, matte cream, which is really nice. So I like these 2-in-1s. I like getting a bang for my buck. So I'm actually gonna go in just with a little black liner. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna kind of use this, my very, 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 very favorite. This is the L'Oreal Voluminous Superstar Mascara. It has step 1 and 2. And I promise you, I don't, you know, I like to wear lashes, you know, very special occasions, even when I'm doing these videos, you know, just so you guys can see. But this does give my lashes a bit of a lift because I already have kind of long lashes. So And you can see the difference already just with the lift that it's giving my lashes. So I like using it because I like the wand on both. I kind of wipe this wand off a little bit because it will pull out an excess amount of product. And if you don't like the wand on here, you can always use your favorite mascara. Let me go in with a little different one just because I tend to wipe my mascara brushes off because they can pack a lot of product onto the brush. See, I'm actually using a different mascara. And I don't put any on the bottom yet just because I have to sweep away that baking powder. You know, that baking that I'm doing on the bottom by the Maybelline Fit Me. So I don't actually put any bottom mascara on yet just because I'm still baking, and my lashes are long at the bottom, so they tend to grab the mascara and run, in which I have that mess all over my face. So like I said, this is a school look. I'm actually using the Voluminous L'Oreal Voluminous Original in black. And you can actually get a lot on this brush. But I got some pretty long lashes. I don't have to curl them just because they're naturally curly. So I love those lashes. So I'm gonna take my big fluffy Real Techniques brush, and I'm just gonna brush away that baking powder, that Maybelline Fit Me. It's not a baking powder, guys. I don't know why I'm saying that. It's actually just a loose finishing powder, but I use it to bake with just because it is very luxurious to me. It is very nice. Very nice. Love it. And then I'm just gonna go in with, let's see, oh, here we go. I'm gonna go in with some blush. And guys, you will never believe, I've said this in my other videos, this is Dragon Fruit, and guess where I bought this? It's already paying 5 and below. You're gonna be like, Erie, I hate you. Love me, girls. Love me. Love me, girls. And it's so pretty. Such a pretty wash of pink. Such a pretty wash of pink. There we go. And I'm actually gonna go in with just a little bit of highlighter. And this one is by Physicians Formula. It's called Champagne. Love it. Love the packaging. So cute. I'm gonna take this fan brush, which is by Eco Tools. And I'm just gonna go right here above my cheek bone, right there, and highlight. See, I don't like just crazy highlighter, you know, just where it's just so crazy, you know, people looking at you like, what is that mess on her face? So, you know, try not to overdo it, but this right here is so pretty, and I think it will look great on any skin tone. And there are other colors in this line. It's not just this. I want to say it's champagne or rose gold or something like that. Now I'm going to do my bottom lashes, and I'm going in actually with a simple little $2 mascara by e.l.f. So I like this because the wand is small. And you can see my bottom lashes. I have bottom lashes, and some people don't, you know, and that's okay. But this is kind of like an everyday look that I would use to go to school. And I would actually grab this. This is my lip product that I'm going to use called the Healthy Lip, which is by Physicians Formula. Physicians Formula doing their thing. This is called Vitamin B. I mean, look how gorgeous. Look how gorgeous. So gorgeous. I love it. I have a few, you know, a couple by this Physicians Formula. This one is called Dose of Rose, and this one is Vitamin. They're very similar, but this one is a little bit deeper than the other one. So that actually completes my makeup look for today. And this is kind of like, you know, one of those easy go-to looks that I feel as though that you can use with some easy products. Everything that I use in this video is drugstore products. I told you my channel will be based off of being able to put your hands on things that are within your budget and still be beautiful. And I'll be back with another video on my Ulta haul and some of the things that I picked up that I'm dying to try that are in they're drugstore priced. Ulta still carries drugstore products, so don't think, you know, what is she doing at Ulta? They're still drugstore prices on some drugstore makeup, and also things that I went to go reach for that I've already talked about in previous videos that you're gonna want to buy because they're just that good. Until our next video, I'll talk to you later. Bye.